This video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
Well, Richard, can Arkansas football do without Rocket Sanders? He's moving on to the transfer portal. Curious to see where he ends up. Wouldn't be surprised if it was somewhere in Florida. How are they going to handle losing an all-SEC running back, albeit who was injured for most of this season?
Well, you always talk about someone stepping up, and I tend to think that that's obviously what you have to have here, next year for Arkansas. And obviously, it's a hit, but it's not. I don't know if it's unexpected, but I think the running back room is pretty impressive, and they have two guys that are committed. That Jaden Bogg, who looks like he's going to be visiting Florida this weekend, so you want to hold on to him. He's a very, very talented young man who obviously Florida's trying to flip, and Alabama's giving him a late offer. So, and then Juju Pope could play running back or defensive back. So I think they'll be fine. Jimmy Smith always has a way of producing at running back.
Yeah, and I was asking Ty this earlier. I'll put you on the spot. Is Arkansas under Bobby Petrino now more or less attractive to a top shelf running back, and particularly portal? Because I'm of the belief this coaching staff doesn't have 2 or 3 years to get it together and go get some high school kids and coach them up. I mean, you got to find some guys and win at least 6 or 7 ball games next year. So if you're a running back out there, equal or better to Rocket Sanders, is Arkansas more or less attractive now with Bobby at the helm offensively?
Well, I tend to think that he can name off some of his running backs that have, ran for over 1,000 yards. I mean, I guess one that comes to mind for me is Niall Davis, but and I'm sure there were some at Louisville and elsewhere. But I tend to think that with him and his offense and how he can probably detail and explain how the running back will get touches and be successful in that offense. I think he's kind of like Muss. When he breaks down, what they're trying to do, you understand it and you're impressed. And I tend to think that Bobby Petrino would be the same.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see. Richard Davenport with us on the McClarty-Daniel hotline, 877-377-6963. If you have a question for RD, you can text that in, and we'll pass it along here this morning. Richard, as you look at high school football, other than the 3A and 4A finals coming to a conclusion, they'll come this weekend. 2A, 5, 6, and 7 were last weekend. A lot of questions around Drake Lindsey. He tweeted out yesterday he's 1,000% committed to Minnesota. Any chance there's any movement, or is the door closed to the Razorbacks on Fayetteville's quarterback?
From what I can gather, I mean, it's closed. I think that, with the head coach for Minnesota and I think 2 other assistants showing up at the championship game, I think that, made a statement to him how important he is to them. Obviously, if I could have been anywhere in the country on Saturday, and he decided to be in Little Rock to watch him at in the championship game. So, but I don't think there's going to be any movement.
What about Walker White at Auburn? He's committed to Auburn from Little Rock Christian. He had the best of championship games, but no,
that's I've checked on that too, and that's not going to happen. But I mean, obviously, two attractive guys at quarterback position that you got to you got to consider, but at the same time, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Tommy brings up Auburn, Richard. I saw Chris Paul not only has a visit for Ole Miss scheduled, but also one for Auburn as well. How much more of a knife in the side is it to Razorback fans when a potential Razorback transfers to another SEC? I know it's no longer SEC West, but a former SEC West school like Chris could be doing.
Yeah, I think anytime you see a guy do that, it's hard to take because you've seen him make tackles for you, and now he's going to be making tackles for somebody else that could potentially be playing you. So that's something that you obviously don't like, but that's where we are with the portal and just the way college football is now. I mean, I would imagine when Arkansas plays Missouri in basketball, that Missouri fans aren't too happy to see Brazil with Arkansas. So, it goes both ways, or can go both ways.
Richard, you look at Eli Drinkowitz and Lane Kiffin, both with 10 wins this season, both trying to get guys in your own backyard. Who is going to be the bigger hindrance and problem for Arkansas football moving forward, Drinkowitz or Kiffin, you think?
I would probably just stick with Drinkowitz just because Missouri's kind of now most of the time the guys that they get, Arkansas hasn't offered from in-state, but Brian Huff was a young man Arkansas wanted from Valley View, linebacker. But I just tend to think with Drinkowitz, I think with Kiffin too, but what Missouri's done to Arkansas, and it's kind of baffling how, I know Arkansas fans and I myself look at Missouri and go, how can they do that? And Arkansas, as far as dominating the series, how can they do that? And they do it in an impressive way, and just kind of, and of course his comments that he'll make from time to time, it kind of just stirs the pot. So, I just tend to think that anytime he comes in and gets anybody that Arkansas has wanted just stings quite a bit more than maybe with Kiffin.
Richard, Greenwood won their 11th state championship since 2000 last weekend, beating Little Rock Christian. A lot of people focusing on the sophomore quarterback, Kane Archer, but his brother Cash, I saw, was listed now as a 3-star on at least one service that I was seeing an article on. What's the interest level in him? Does schools offer him to keep in the running for his brother? He's awfully impressive as a junior. What do you think the future is for Cash Archer at defensive end?
I think he's gonna be a linebacker in college.
I agree.
He's about 6'1" or so. You just don't see too many 6'1", 6'2" guys on the edge.
Grant Morgan 2.0 is what I think.
Yeah. I just tend to think that he'll probably go to some college camps this summer and work out at linebacker. And I think there may be a chance that he's moved to linebacker next year, and I think that will help his chances. And with him just being a guy that he's just one of those guys that's just a football player. Just a good. He's good athletically. He's got good speed, but his size at defensive end on the edge, just not. Way the schools are nowadays, they want guys 6'3", minimum 6'4", 6'5", length and everything like that at the defensive end, and he's just not that. So I think at linebacker and his instincts and his ability to play the game, I think he could be a standout there.
BetOnline is your #1 source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.